but the length of them is kind of showing me how far I've come already. And
Mm.
I feel like that part is the gray area. Like, if I keep it up, how long will these be? Like,
Mhm.
I'm in that kind of pickle. But to kind of go back to what you were saying about, authenticity, um, I get really confused when people say, "Oh my gosh, you're so smart, you're so talented, you're so this, you're so that." They give me all these lists of things, and I'm like, "For real?" Like, I cannot believe it. And I think that's because I don't see myself how people see me.
Mhm.
I try my best to just show up and be the best person I can be, but strangers telling me, "Oh no, you're smart, you're this, you're that, you're that," and it kind of reminds me of um a conversation I had with my niece,
Mhm.
who's she's 8 now, but she said she doesn't know if she's living in a dream or not.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, "Well, what do you mean?"
Wow.
She said, "Because I don't see myself."
Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow.
And before I
That's
had to,
big from an 8-year-old.
like, she's very spiritually in tuned.
She really is. She really
Yeah, so it's
is.
like
I sense
I
that.
don't know if I said the best. I didn't even know the answer, but the best thing I told her is, "You're not in a dream. I think you're special enough to create your own dream
Mhm.
and to bring people along in your dream, but you're definitely not in a dream."
Yeah.
I said, "Keep showing up, being precious and cute and all that, um, because people are gonna see that."
Yes,
I
yeah.
think people seeing you is the dream.
And that's
Just
yeah,
seeing you show up is the
yeah.
dream.
And essentially,
So,
we're spirit in a body. So she
yeah,
probably sensed that too.
she was like, "Well, hold on. Am I in a dream?" And it's
Right.
like she couldn't get her head around, "I can't see myself."
That
And
is
she
so
said the only time I see myself is when I do have a dream.
wow. They remind us of spirituality because they come so close from it, they're still new. So they still sense those things. My mom said I was like that as a kid all the time. I just
She
ask questions and I'm still that person, but
she blows me away. She's like
I love that.
another I don't know the levels of empathy,
Mhm.
but she says if someone hurts their leg, my leg hurts.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm
She
like
has it. She has it. Oh my gosh, she has it. Because
and I'm
I'm
like,
empathic, and that's exactly how it is for me. My son is as well, because we'll watch a movie and or even in real life, see someone get hurt, and we've just touched a part, like, "I feel that." Oh,
that's how she
like
is. But, as
I thought everybody did that. I didn't know it was you never see yourself, as she
I
said.
I I I think it's different. That's why I said I think it's levels because when my empathy is in my chest,
Mhm. Mhm.
I whatever
That's where
energy
you
it
feel
is,
it. That's
I
where it
feel it here
resides.
the most.
Yeah.
So her saying like different body parts, I'm like, well, there has to be levels to this because I ain't tapped into that yet.
Yeah.
But
There is
I,
different levels as you get older and you age, just like a discernment. There's different levels
yeah,
of discernment. I think my discernment shifted where I can feel energy. So I hear your words, but I feel your energy without the words, Like I
yeah,
know where your intention is in the words that you're speaking, whether they're negative, positive, or just is.
yeah. So
Isn't that interesting?
y- I don't plan on having any kids, but
Mm.
um, I do call them my niece babies, and I got
Yeah.
a nephew baby because
I love that.
I just admire the fact that they could come to me
Mhm.
with those types of thoughts and thinking. And I
Yes,
think my job as an aunt is to nourish that.
it
So
so is.
I tell her,
Love
don't
that.
run from it. I said, this is part of you.
Mhm.
Uh, it's going to be
Love that.
confusing, but you'll be okay.
I
It's
love
okay to
that.
feel these things.
Yeah.
And she said, oh, okay. And then she just ran off and did something else. But
Oh,
um, I have little moments
she will
where
cherish that when she get older, I'm telling
I
you.
have moments where they teach me stuff. But they only teach
Yeah.
me if you are willing to not look at them as a child, but as a human.
Mhm. That's honestly it. Like, just like my kids, when we have those time where I bonded, because I intentionally take time to bond with them. So we'll either I'll pick them up from school, we'll go for a scoop of ice cream, just me and girl time, or eat or shopping, whatever that may be. And we just talk like if we're girls. And
Hmm.
I hear so much of them, that's me. I see the bits of me and I want to give that more grace and more care, and even the bits that makes them them. Because I think it's just so cool to see. It's like an out of body experience. It's like, was I really like that? Or just the quirky things, you're just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
And I
understand what
think,
frustrated my mama.
and I also think like to be mindful of speech.
Hmm.
'Cause sometimes the negative self-talk can be, you could say it under your breath, you could say it, but you don't know who's around.
Yeah.
So I think I kind of changed that when I guess she wanted to play school or whatever. I was like, okay,
Hmm.
fine. And so she said, we're gonna draw something. And I said, I can't draw that. And she looked at me, she said, don't you ever say you can't in your life. He said, I'm gonna teach you how to draw this.
Oh my gosh.
I said, okay, you the teacher.
I love it.
So she's like the cheerleader.
Yes.
But
And
I
then she
love her.
has someone that she can cultivate more of herself with that allows her that space to do that in such a beautiful way. I mean, you aunties, you don't even realize how much you mean to children, because
Yeah.
parents have to be parents. They have to deal with a lot. I think the community of it all has a part to play, from grandma, nana, grandpa, and dada,
Mhm.
aunties and uncles too. Y'all are so important to the village, and I'm thankful for the ones that played a part in my kids' life because it made them well-rounded. They could be
Yeah.
all parts of themselves instead of shying away the others because they never had no one to cultivate that with. So
Yeah.
kudos to you, auntie. I love that.
Yeah. And my sister don't even get mad no more. 'Cause if she come over and they, cause they be having, I say yes to everything. Like,
Okay.
can I wear a tutu and some flip flops? Go ahead. Like, I mean,
Yeah, let it
it's
be
no harm in that.
free.
Yeah, I'm like, just do whatever, as long as y'all not fighting
Their
each other.
creativity. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yes,
mean,
auntie.
like she came in yesterday. One of them had makeup on. Oh, whoops. I mean, we just playing around.
Oh my goodness.
It's not
And I
that
love
deep.
that though, because instead of the parent trying to be all of it, you got the aunties who's doing it and allowing it. Now my kids are
Yeah,
older, but it did help them cultivate that when, they would go by auntie house and they let her play in makeup and wear these heels and clothes. And I'm like, uh-uh.
yeah,
But, was play for them. But as they got older, they developed their sense of style, or if they like makeup, or if they
hmm,
like earrings. And so that helps because, you get the village to cultivate. I like because for me, I have an auntie. I loved her fashion. I loved her style. I loved how she just presented herself. And I took that
hmm,
from those elements from her, although I'm a mama's child, but still, you see how just the community does different things. Hey,
yeah.
Jackie.
I also think it's important, like, I guess as we get older, we suppress our inner child.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think being around my nieces allows my inner child to play.
Yeah.
And
And watch
and I try.
cartoons.
Yeah. So I think these past couple weeks it's been Disney Plus. I said, y'all gonna get these classics. So everything from, Cinderella, Little Mermaid, and
Mhm.
they're to see them not be involved with their tablets and actually watching a movie and asking questions as to why did I do that?
Yes, it's the questions
I
with
feel like
me
that's
because they're
like,
so intelligent.
and so, my niece said, you know, I like watching movies now. I said, you
Mm.
do. And I get so excited because I was intentional to bring that to life because they didn't know it existed. They're
Yes,
so
that
stuck
helps
in
explore
the,
imagination and,
yeah,
it's like reading a book. Sometimes when you watch a movie, you see something that you would
yeah.
almost see in real life. So,
So
yeah.
like lately I've been like um junk journaling, getting back into junk journaling and
Mm.
just coloring
Oh, I
because
love
I
that.
feel like I just need to focus on something else. I don't need to
Yeah,
focus
you
on
do.
words. I don't
So,
need to.
I love that you said that, you brought that up because that's so true. So, whenever I was feeling a stuck energy, which really isn't stuckness, is stillness, trying to
Mhm.
figure out what brings light to you, how to figure out your flow. That's what that is. You need to be still enough to figure out your flow. So feel like stuckness because everything feels like burnout. Like I don't want to do none of it. I don't
Yes.
want none of it. So I totally get the feeling. And for me, when I was feeling like I need to get rid of this energy and find flow, I would go right into creativity. And it doesn't have to be the writing because sometimes you burn out yourself
Can't
from
find the words. Yeah.
thinking about that. And what I
Mhm.
go do is go, refurbish something in my house, go paint a wall, go, cook a meal you was wanting to cook and go outside, do your toes, try to find that balance and harmony and stuff like that. And then once you feel like you did enough of yourself, you gave yourself a warm embrace and all those self-care stuff, utilizing creativity or whatever way that self-care looks like for you, then you feel like, oh, I have enough energy to come back to this writing or doing
Yeah.
hair or taking clients, for me, talking about. But yeah, whatever that looks like, that's what you do. So it sounds like you're in a good place.
I,
You're figuring it
yeah,
out. You're
I
figuring
am.
it out. You're in a
But
good
I
pace
think
of
that
figuring it out. Don't feel comfortable.
I think
That's
I think being intentional is so important.
Mhm.
Um, Stopping when you don't feel like it.
Yeah.
I call it the personal trainer syndrome. Like
Mhm.
I want to push myself to the limits
Yes.
and
Yes.
instead of saying no, I
I
don't
don't
have
want
to do
to.
anything.
Rebel against that idea.
Like who am I trying to prove? Like
Challenge
what am
it,
I trying to prove?
exactly. For who?
So I lately I've just been like pausing a lot and stepping away and being okay with that.
Yeah.
Just being okay with doing nothing. As I think like even that's kind of like survival mode because I remember when someone passes away, the
Mhm.
first thing you want to do is get busy. You want to do
Yes.
this, that, and the other. We don't want to
Yeah.
sit. We don't want to grieve.
You don't wanna
We
sit.
don't want to think about. We just want to move. And I
Mhm.
think that's how I am. I don't want to think of, let me just find something to do to
But guess
feel
what happens
productive.
to those people, though? It's funny you say
Burn
that
out.
'cause I had a lot of vets during COVID. They burn out. Or what happens is they don't give themselves space to grieve, so they get sick. You ever notice that? They'll get a cold and they have to be in bed. Stay still. Feel it. Deal with it. For a day. It doesn't have to be forever. Just get it
Yeah.
out. Release.
Yeah.
And now you're
Because
okay. Give
like
yourself
my mom
grace.
always says, if you don't sit down, God gonna sit you down. I'm like, well,
That
you ain't
part.
lying. And
That part.
it it happens when you need it the most. Like,
Because you
it,
feel so much better, like a weight been lifted. Like I can
yeah,
breathe. Like I literally can breathe, you know?
yeah.
When the last time you ever really checked to see if you were breathing properly?
I did
okay,
that
you're in the
the
health
other
sector.
day.
Let's talk about this because you've been talking a lot about health. Do you know women's rate of heart attacks are higher than men? Crazy, right?
Yeah.
But we don't breathe. Do you know the way to cure if you feel a heart attack coming on is to breathe? You were holding your breath while you were doing all of this, probably just breathing like this.
Mhm. Mhm.
You ain't
Mhm.
anytime you feel that, like that rush to do things and just burn yourself out, pause, breathe. I have that section in the book. I
I
put all
think
of that.
the
That helped me. There's
I
been a
think,
few times I felt like I was gonna have a heart attack, honey.
yeah, I think I felt that because
It was that heaviness.
I had to go to the doctor to breathe in this machine to see if I have asthma.
Mm.
And I didn't know all these breathing exercises existed,
Mhm.
but you have to suck it in, push it out as
Yes.
far as you could go. And then there was like a panting, that type of exercise too. And when I was done, I was exhausted.
Because oh my Jackie,
I'm
you can
like,
come in on this because you know about that field.
I was, I was like, what? And
Yes.
then it
Or
also
sometimes when you're doing
the panting,
it'll
yeah.
either give you into anxiety or you release into tears. Is to bring that energy up and out.
But
Yeah.
I felt better. I felt
Yeah.
lighter.
Yeah.
Um,
And then you're
and
expanding your lungs too and your heart space. Yeah.
more of the story, I got mild asthma, but that helped me realize that I'm not utilizing my own body to its full capacity.
Mhm. 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 And that's
Because
true. A lot of
and
us
even
don't.
and even the breath, even hearing yourself breathe, I noticed that even I wanted to be small doing that because I want to shallow my breath so no one can hear me, so I can't be seen.
Oh, wow. I totally understand that.
So
Yeah.
sometimes
Yeah.
you gotta make noise in your breath just to
Yeah.
tell people that you're
That
here.
I'm alive, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow. Yeah. That's a great perspective. I know what that is to hide in the shadows, not realizing that's what you're actually doing, right? Wow.
yeah.
Mhm.
I've noticed I've made myself small a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. I've done that too. And I've been bringing myself out of that to be seen. I that even makes me think because I was writing, not writing, but I do voice notes, right, for some of my write-ups. And one of them was about staying in the shadow and how for me, staying in the shadow was all about the fear of being seen and them not and them seeing me sometimes as not perfect or them seeing
Yeah,
my flaws or them seeing that, I got this going on and that going on, and not realizing that none of us are perfect, but you show
yeah.
up anyway. So, and you're worth showing up. So I also wrote about the reason why I decided not to be anonymous writer. I could have easily wrote the book and just be anonymous.
Under a pen name, yeah.
But I put myself out there and I had anxiety for weeks. And it was like, why did you put yourself through this? You should have just did it anonymous. But something in me wanted to stop hiding. I just
Mhm.
wanted to stop hiding and shell off all the expectation, all the noise, all the hearing of people's chatter, what they think about me, or oh, they read the book, they know this about you, or your family read it. Oh my God, they know this happened to you. And it's like, so what? So what?
Yeah,
So what? I'm still me. I'm still amazing. Those who know me love me. So what? You know?
yeah.
And I just wanted to shut that off. And so that's would you saying that is like just holding your breath. I held my
Mhm.
breath for weeks in fear of the people actually reading the damn book, that I was willing to stifle my own success. Just take it off. I'm like, but you don't know how many people this is actually going to help. And since then, I've had people text me, email me, DM me about the book, clients telling me about the book, how it's changed their mind, sparked something in them to create change, help them along their journey, or wow, this happened to me too. And it was just like, wow, like I had no clue this book was going to mean that, but I know I was going through writing the book and even after the damn
Mhm.
book. Sometimes even now, but I know it's not about me. It's about the purpose, and the passion to share and help others. That's what bring about prosperity, that freedom to keep going. You know.
And also with sharing means some sort of power.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I remember my mom, she asked me, because I'm like, I want to be in the background. Just let me do my thing in the corner. Like, I'm not here. And then one time she said, do you think you can't do it? Or are you afraid of the power that comes with it?
Mm.
I said, well, what do you mean by that, mother? What
Right?
you saying?
Because that was juicy.
I said, well, she said, well, maybe you are afraid of the power this is going to give you to exude to people. I
Hmm.
think it's one thing to be brave enough to tell your story,
Hmm.
but then it's another power to stand in it
That's
and not
true.
shy away from it. And she said, you don't know how many people that you're helping.
Yeah.
And I think that's the power that you need to kind of go with because you have a lot to say.
Yeah. I agree.
So it's like, okay, like I don't care how I get, my mama's always right. And so she's been right.
They really are the
she,
even if I wanna
she's
fight
been right.
against it, I'd be like, "You ain't right, Imma prove you wrong." And I'd be like, "I know
Yeah.
my own self
I'm like,
wrong."
oh, okay. Okay, mom, you win. You got me.
Yeah.
But it's like, because I know that my mom won't lead me astray anywhere. She's had my back since the beginning. We basically grew up together. So it's like if for her to say that to me means, like, again, going back to people see something in me that I don't see yet.
Mhm.
This is going to take a little time to get
Yeah.
to that point, to maybe get out of my own dream of what I think. Going
Yeah.
back to what my niece said. So
Mhm.
it is a journey, but like you said earlier, the ego in me wants to say, "Hurry this up,
Yeah.
hurry it up. I got things to do.
Yeah.
Time is money." You know that
Yeah.
those type of sayings. But also, I'm just kind of learning to like just stop and reset and
Mhm. And allow yourself
being
that
okay.
space and grace.
Yeah,
Yeah.
being okay to not
Yeah.
knowing all the answers, being okay to not know what's gonna happen tomorrow, but just stop and breathe.
Mhm.
Um,
And allow
it's
yourself to
really,
grow. When you stop and breathe, you grow. Do you know that the
yeah.
earth expands, that it breathes? And every time it breathes, it expands. So when you are in that moment of stillness and breathing, you're expanding. So it makes me
Mhm.
think about these plants back here, right? I'm gonna get all
Yeah.
nerdy on you, but it makes me think about these plants. They start from the dark soil, right?
Mhm.
And it is the water and the nutrients. You don't see anything for a while. It takes a while to germinate, a while for you to see anything happening. That's the same thing happening in you. The darkness, think about the inside of you. The
Mhm.
inside of you is recolumnating. You're learning things, unlearning things. That's what's happening on the inside. And
Mhm.
instead of the light starts to reach it, and it starts to grow and become these beautiful things that we see, this You have to give your time space to become this. This is all the things that I did for myself. Every time I water my plant, I think about it. And I'm like, I'm in stillness. All I got is these plants to water.
Yeah.
But it was teaching me every day I watered them. These beautiful. I mean, they were little and they're
Mhm.
so big. Like you see them. And so
Yeah.
it just every time they grew, I was like, oh. And so I measured my growth to the growth of the plants. It's funny because my mom always say, make sure you have green in the house. She's Caribbean. Make sure you got green in the house. It's life and bringing life in your house. Make sure you water it.
Mhm.
So she was big on that from
Yeah.
Guyana. And so I listened to her and did not realize what it was doing for me. So as she saw them grow, she would come inside the room because it's light. It didn't look like this before. I renovated this whole room. And she was like, yes. No, your house feel light. It feel like some good space and good energy. And I was just like, oh, okay, well, thank you. Soon after, business started picking up because I was like penny pinching everything. I was like, oh my
Mhm.
God. And business just began to flourish because I was watering me. So as much as I watered them, I watered myself. Like I give them water, I give myself water. So it's just like matching the energy and the growth. And like, I know that sounds kind of funny to
No.
some who's like, but that's how
No,
it
because
works.
I have plenty of I have plants of my own, and I've learned that doing the most isn't always necessary.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to be simple with it, put the soil, put the seeds, leave it alone, and
Yeah.
allow
And let God
life
do what he
to
do.
life.
The rest is
Yes.
his growth.
Yeah, because I noticed I killed so many plants because I was just doing the most. It's not growing fast enough. I think I'm killing it.
I don't
Root
see
rot.
nothing.
But it's like the ones that I don't bother with and allow them to do what they do, they are
Mhm.
growing. So I
Yeah.
understand that analogy perfectly.
Yes. I mean, when I tell you, it taught me so much even having to rehome them. It was hard for me to home them because I'm scared. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna take it and move it from this environment that is accustomed to and grew into another environment that might kill it, not knowing that if I kept it in here, it was gonna kill it because it was
Suffocated.
its environment. And so I feel like that was the environment internally. Like
Hmm.
I outgrew the environment that I made within that was exuding without. Like the thoughts, the way I did things and thinking that I was because the survival mode you talk about is real. I was
Hmm.
raised in survival mode, Black single mother, Caribbean, living in Brooklyn. And it was just all I saw was go, go, go. You got to get it, got to get it, got to get it. No rest, no time for sleep, right?
Hmm.
You talking about resting is if she was sick, and that was rarity.
Yeah.
But I realized in thriving, that same thing that I was accustomed to, which is surviving, wasn't going to take me to thriving. It was taking me to burnout. And the way to thrive was for me to unlearn all those things that I taught myself. Like I was operating like a single mom and I'm married. And he didn't want me to. He used to fight me. You got help. You got help. I can help you. But it was always work hard, work hard. You know what I'm saying? You got to work hard. You got to do this. That's what I was operating in.
Yeah.
And a lot of things just become systematic and ingrained in you by you just seeing it. And so I
Yeah.
didn't know how much that was operating, that I was stifling my own growth because I was doing everything, never asking for help. Like,
Yeah.
what? In the business, I had to be all of it. Then when I had money, I started hiring people, but I still was like, nah, I gotta still have my
Nah.
hand on it.
Yeah. Learning how to delegate is
That part, right?
is a challenge, especially if you're like type A and you
Mhm.
see something how you want to see it and you want
Oh
it
my
done
God.
specifically. It's a power struggle for real.
It is. It is. And so you gotta have boundaries with yourself. Just as if you have with other people. And so,
Yeah.
yeah, it can be a challenge. Man, this was so good.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
needed. That's why
yes.
I don't know what it was, but it's like, we have to do something
I'm
together.
so
'Cause
happy.
I read your notes and your posts and your newsletter. I'm like, I just wanna see, just kinda know how you think and, where you come from and your background and things like that. And I'm glad I did. I've learned a lot. I have my notes.
Yes, awesome. I definitely look forward to doing this again. I enjoyed this thoroughly. I think it was so meaty, so off the cuff, so free, so flowing. I loved everything about this. So, yeah, keep going, honey. This was
Yeah.
good. I want to come on again. Okay. Have me on
I
anytime.
yeah, I'm open to it. I'm open to it. We can make it a monthly
Yes,
thing if you want.
love
Um,
that.
yeah, just to kinda like I think in these times we gotta regroup.
We do. We
We
do. And let
gotta
me try to do the write up behind this too.
Yeah,
Because this is gonna make such a good write-up once I do my inner reflections. This was really
yeah,
it was therapeutic too.
yeah. So, I appreciate you for even doing this with me. I know it was kind of a shot in the dark because I see you do lives a lot. It's like, I don't know if I'm gonna be in her schedule, but I'm glad that you that you accepted, and I would love to do this again. Thank you
Same
to the
here.
5 people who joined. A lot of gems were dropped. I usually write a recap on my newsletter just to kind of in my like you said, my internal thoughts and reflections from the live. So I appreciate you and everyone for hopping on.
Same here. Thank you so much, and you have an amazing rest of your week. Until next time.
You too.
Alright.
My DMs is open anytime.
Gotcha.
All
Have a
right.
good one. Mm.
You too. Bye bye.